think it's about time we try to get this thing to fire off. It could go well. It might take a while. My understanding with this car is that there are some issues in the wiring, so I do have to change some of it. Alright, so we might as well start in on this here battery tray. We have to move it a little bit to clear the old intercooler. Looking at it, it's kind of a snug fit, but it's possible that we can get the whole thing to kind of rotate, I guess. You know, take a screwdriver or something you don't care about, pick around in it until you get it clear. Clear enough so you can get the get a socket on there and just kind of send her home. Or take it out. You don't want to send it home, that would imply you're putting it back. Just tighten it till it comes free. You know what I mean? These are really gross. I haven't seen this much crust since I was stationed in Japan. I wonder how she's doing anyway. Oh well. Yeah, so this car may or may not have a serious issue in the wiring harness. Kenny and I were kind of laughing about it when I picked it up, and I said, oh, I'll just use micro squirt. I got the micro squirt sitting inside, right? Might just throw a micro squirt on it. Might be worth it. But I'm trying to do this cheap, you know? I'm putting a lot of effort into doing this cheap. I don't even know why I bought the micro squirt. The good news is, if the wiring is bad in this thing, I can just wire up the micro squirt, go about my day. Hopefully that's not the case. It'd be cool to do this with just the regular factory ECUs, but we'll have to see. Gave her a little sprit to the PB blaster. Oh yeah. Oh, 12 makes them a nice shape of round. Well, I don't... What? Yeah, okay. So that's not right either. What's half of 11 and halfway to 12? Because none of this makes sense. Gosh, that's loose. Loosey-goosey, as they say. I have no idea. Alright, 7/16. Where's the right one, I guess? Oh, wait, maybe not. Oh yeah, definitely not. Wrong again. Oh yeah, not that one either. I don't know if that even has a bolt in it. It's nice that it rounds them off real good. Alright, well, that's wrong too. Alright, we got ourselves a straight drive ratchet here. Oh yeah! Yeah! Alright. Easy, just comes right out. Man, that's crusty. And we just put the impact on it, and out it comes. Oh, easy. Nice. I grew up in upstate New York, and one of the many reasons why I left upstate New York is because the corrosion that happens to cars is just absurd. And I thought I was getting away from that moving down here, but I guess you can't really get away from it when it has to do with battery acid. If you enjoy this Volvo content, you should check out another YouTube channel called Involvoed. It's a guy, I think he said he was in Berlin in one of his videos. But he actually just picked up a Wagon that is the sister car to this thing, except that one runs. A little more rust though. going to 10mm now because, you know, who wants to have all the same hardware? And that's too small. Is it too small, or do we just need to hit it with a hammer? I don't know. Let's try hitting it with a hammer, because that makes the least sense. Something tells me that's not the right size. It's close though. I have no idea where those sockets went that I was just using. Comment down below if you constantly put things down and then walk away and then you can't find them ever again. So it took hacking away at some of the corrosion, rust, junk, whatever. Oh God! But, oh, okay, well now it's no longer 11mm. Okay then. This is fun. One thing I realize about working outside in the outside in the driveway is I hate it. I hate it bigly. Extra bigly. It's way nicer being in the garage with AC on. But it's supposed to rain this weekend. I don't know if I want to get the Commando outside in the rain. What a problem to have. Do I want to push my rusty Jeep project outside in the rain where it's been for the last, oh, I don't know, 50 years since it was built? What is 2020, 1971? Yeah, 50 years. 50 years. 60 years? 50 years. Yeah, or 50, okay? It's 50 years. So after further inspection, I'm just going to use the other almost brand new battery that I have from one of the parts cars because it saves me just about all the space I need to run the intercooler pipe right there. Yeah, alright, problem solved. Keep up with the theme of things. I'm going to go ahead and heat up the screwdriver. Oh yeah, this is the right way. Get her nice and warm. Once you start seeing it turn a golden brown color, you know she's done. But we're looking for a little more than done. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Oh, she's turning red now. There we go. Alright, now we take our 940 radiator that we stuck to our 240, or our 940 fan that we stuck to our 240. Line her up right about there and just send her home. Make yourself a nice little hole. There we go. Now we have a zip tie mount. Perfectly lined up. Then we're going to run zip ties through it. This is hot enough to make our other hole. We need to adjust up here a little bit. Oh good. Oh God. We're losing heat. There we go. That's where the hole is. Yeah, that's a 940 radiator on the 240, or the 940. Bleh! That's the 940 radiator fan on the 240 radiator. I just trimmed it down, kind of close enough. I'm going to have to clean it up a little bit up the side. I need to make one more hole. If anything, this is fun just to play with fire. You know, around all this cardboard and canvas stuff I have in here. Alright, that should be hot enough. We're going to take a quick peek to see if we can see where the... there it is. That's where it's got to go. Right about there. Huh? 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 It's pretty close, but I think I missed it. Oh no, we're spot on. Nailed it. Alright, let's run some hardware in it. Alright, so 940 radiator fan, 240. That actually turned out pretty good. Oh, you gotta love ingenuity, right? I really need to clean this whole end up though. It's kind of janky, but I think even just running like a 1-inch piece of foam up that whole side would work. But that is a radiator fan. And it, oh shit, oh, hang on, oh god. Okay. There we go. That'll all fit in there nicely. Maybe need to make some more room for the intercooler. But, progress. So working on the sucker a little more, we're getting the 940 intercooler lines set up in a way that might work for us. Clearanced our battery tray a little bit, you know, just a quick little hack job. And now we gotta get those suckers to line up, but we're just about there. I do have an extra ground cable. I gotta disconnect that from the block. That's from the 940, but I still have the 240 ground here. It's rather interesting when I stuck that to the positive terminal and, you know, fireworks happened. It's like when I met the old lady. Hashtag, what's up, boo? The red 245, the red Volvo Wagon that I'm turbo swapping. The car is originally automatic, so we need to find out where in the wiring harness is our park switch or our neutral safety switch. I'm not going to run a neutral safety switch. Most vehicles in the US have one, but if you just don't use it, it's not a problem. Who's gonna check, right? It's a old Volvo. Easiest way to figure out what your park switch is. I mean, you can look up schematics, but that's no fun. But if you're a clueless guy who can't read, you got yourself a shifter mechanism, right? So it's pretty basic. Overdrive switch would be where your thumb is, so when you sit there in the car, you can do that. Right now we're in park because you can't take it out, but you go one switch back, you can now move it all the way, right? So one click, and it'll go all the way back. Those are all your gears. Now that whole mess in there, that's 1 through 3, 1, 2, and drive, whichever, I don't remember. I think it's 4-speed. 3-speed with overdrive. Who knows, right? So we're going to put it in park, and looking at the side here, looking right up in here, you can see that this blue and yellow wire right where it's positioned in park. There's also a pink wire with it. Now conveniently, there's a plug with blue and yellow and then pink. So my guess is that that's going to be our park switch. So you take yourself a meter, because everybody should have one if you work on anything. At least people think you're smart if you know how to use them, right? Test it. All right, we're good. We got continuity through our leads. Doesn't matter which side you test, but cram one in one side. Ooh, oh my God, it's flopping around like a fish. Speaking of, I might go fishing in the morning. Anyway. We're in park there, right? So if we take her out of park, that's our leads touching. If we take her out of park, do we still have continuity through the plug? Ah, we don't. All right, so What that means is we can find this end of the plug in the car should be right around the bottom of the console, right in front of the shifting hole. And what we can do is we can actually clip these wires and then solder the ends together. So then you just have a dummy plug. Or you could put a clothespin, I guess, in the female side of the other plug. Whatever you want to do. Not a clothespin, paper clip, something metal. You take the metal thing, you cram it in the other metal thing, and then it's fixed. Okay? Done. Just want to give a shout out to FedEx for actually showing up when they were supposed to. But shame on Rock Auto because they screwed me out of my sticker. I didn't get one. I don't know why. Maybe because I asked it to be overnighted and they just sent it. So who knows. Anyway, next up on this heap of junk is the injectors. So here we have the entire fuel rail. This is the rail out of the 940. It does have green top injectors, but they are the high... I don't know if these are the high Z or the low Z. Chime in down below if you can remember. I can't. But these are the 940 injectors. I'm going to swap them out for, I think what I got were just S60 turbo injectors. The front wheel drive green top injectors have a different resistance to them, so they work better. Not better, but they work correctly. Whereas if you were to use these injectors, you would probably catch your wiring harness on fire, I think. Go ahead and pop them out. Save your clips. Sometimes these can get stuck, but hopefully they'll just pop out. Oh, good, we're making a mess on the Jeep. Okay, yep, we got it. Okay, good. Oh, good. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Now we got all sorts of shit fuel everywhere. Oh, that's awful. Well, it'll add to the patina of the Jeep. Okay, now we got one more. If anything, we had all the junk fuel out of it. That's what we're trying to do, right? Get rid of the junk fuel. That's what I'll tell myself. So those are all our factory injectors. Empty fuel rail, and then all the clips. Alrighty. So, regular green top injectors. These are front wheel drive, like 850, S60, V70 turbo. All of them. Should just plug right in, right? So we're gonna get a little bit of grease and stick her together. So just a little bit of grease, something to get it to slide. Get that bit of debris out of there. Yeah, that should just go like that. Boop, done. Nailed it. These are just plain old injectors. Nothing special. Hopefully you can see that part number there. If you wanted to use them, anyway. If you don't want to use them, you don't have to. I mean, it's your life, man. You do what you think you need to do to be happy. As long as you're not harming anybody else. That's where I draw the line. Whoa, hold on. Okay. Hey. I wonder why they don't put a little bit of grease on the caps, so you're not yanking on your O-rings. This is just regular bearing grease that I'm putting in here. I don't really have any Vaseline or anything like that. Vaseline's probably the better way to go. It is possible to put the injectors in upside down. If you have the rail out, that is. But if you manage to do that, please let me know so I can laugh at you. I'm just kidding, I wouldn't laugh. I'd help you get it corrected. But if you put the injectors in upside down, you won't be able to get the fuel rail in. That'd be pretty funny. I wonder, yeah, I guess you could do it. Alright, now we've made a mess of my hands. Wipe that off on the box because we're just going to set that there anyway. Cram that sucker home, and let's go cram this in a car. We got power. What are the chances it's going to run? None is the answer. Oh, I need to connect the ignition switch because I'm lazy. Oh yeah. Oh goodness. Oh god. Wipers work. It cranks, but we don't have, I don't hear a fuel pump. Oh, I hear it. Well, she cranks. There we go. Got 12 volts. So the battery's actually getting kind of low. But we are grounded. Do we have power? No. We do have power. We do not have power at the coil. Why don't we have power at the coil? Oh, probably because the key's not on. Let's turn the key on. Key is now on. 12.4 volts. 0.04? Yeah. 12.04. Oh, I'm doing all this work. You can't even see. I'm sorry. Say something next time. Jeez. Can you see the numbers? Look, there's numbers. Oh my god, numbers. Okay. I guess that might be 12 volts at the coil. Maybe it's kind of all over the place. We got 12 volts at the coil. So maybe it's just a fuel issue. Alright, swapped everything around, pulled the igniter out of the 940. That igniter is now in this 245. One spark whenever I let off the key. So after about an hour's worth of troubleshooting and having no idea, I think we're at some point where it might fire. We have injector pulse finally. Hashtag hey dumbass, plug in your coolant temp sensor. But let's see what she does. Shits and gigs and all that. She gonna fire? It probably won't, but we'll see. Nope. No dice. Alright, well, we'll try it again later. Well, I guess that's gonna be it for the night. We got fuel. We got spark. She's cranking over nice and fast. But for whatever reason, it's not firing. So the timing is out on it. I'll have to go through it, but unfortunately we're limited on light now, so yeah, seems like we'll be doing this tomorrow, unless I go fishing tomorrow, but maybe after fishing, or before fishing, who knows, whenever the old lady lets me free. Anywho, so go ahead and like it and subscribe and do whatever in the doobly-doo down below there, and that's about all we can do today on this project. So maybe tomorrow we'll get her to fire off. Have a good night.